Hi everyone, I'm Jimaku Brims and welcome to review of Dig Deep, the 5th record by the band after the burial. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the album, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I already reviewed half of their discography, so go check those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. I've stumbled upon their music back in 2010, not long after In Dreams was released. But the first song I've heard from them was not from that album, but it was from Rare Form, it was Berserker. Dig Deep is an important record in the After the Burial's discography because it was recorded after the tragic passing of the guitarist and founding member Justin Lowe. Rest in peace. The 5th song on the release was dedicated to his memory, which is quite interesting because he wrote the entire song by himself. His melodies and riffs can also be heard in some of the other songs, even when he didn't play on the album himself. The lineup here is Anthony on the vocals, Trent on the guitars and backing vocals, Lee on the bass and Dan on the drums. For Lee, this is the last record with the band because he quit the same year later. He was the founding member as well. So after this record, the only founding member is Trent. The production here was handled by Will Putney and it's tight, it's clean but heavy, no clipping, just the way I like it. It sounds way better than the previous release, Wolves Within. Message is diverse, the songs are about emotions, society, the passage of time, the loss of a loved one, dealing with the repercussions of it. There are serious subjects here and I urge you to delve into the lyrics by yourself. When it comes to the structure, it's between basic and advanced. Some of the songs have standard intro, verse, pre-chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Bridge usually is a breakdown and then a guitar solo follows. With the advanced structure it's a little bit different, still there's an intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, but then there's a breakdown, then a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, then a bridge, a breakdown, a guitar solo, a new segment, then a new breakdown or a guitar solo and an outro. When it comes to the music genre, this record could be described as progressive metalcore with djent elements. Now let's talk about the musicianship on this release. Let's start with the drumming. It's phenomenal. I love the drummer's double bass work, his groove, the style precision of his playing. A very talented individual. Next, the bass. It's audible, the bassist mostly follows the guitars. Nothing special here, fancy. Then we have the guitar work by Trent and also by Justin, even if he's not on the release, he did write some of the melodies here in one entire song. The album follows the simplification of After the Burial style. This is not Rare Form in any shape or form. Especially the first 3 songs sound very dumbed down compared to the previous After the Burial records like Rare Form or In Dreams for example. So we have some chugging, some 001, some groovy parts, but also some very cool intricate guitar solos similar to old school Meshuggah. There are also very beautiful emotional melodies here and there like on the 5th song or Deluge, whatever, there's a lot of that. Not as much as I would hope for from this band because I'm used to their first 3 records, but still the melodies are here and they make me very happy. Last but not least, let's talk about Anthony's vocals. He's straight up on fire, he's growling, shouting, yelling, screaming, it's all on point. Fantastic vocalist. Now we can rate the individual songs. The album opens up with Collapse. This is a single with a music video. It's a fun song, but I must say that it's one of the weaker ones here. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it from beginning to the end, especially the bridge with the fantastic guitar solo, the final breakdown, that main melody, all of that stuff. Overall, compared to every other song on this album, this one is pretty underwhelming. That's just my opinion. Still, it's a fun thing to listen to. 8 out of 10. Lost in the Static is also a single with a music video. From what I remember, it was the first single and it's my second favorite song here. I love the Egyptian sounding main guitar riff and chugging in the background. Lost in the Static. lost in the static, and you find me after. I love the chorus so much. The build up to the breakdown. Lost in the static, just to suffer the same. Black dum 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 the term dum 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 the term. Yeah, the entire song is phenomenal, but I feel like it's a little bit too repetitive. Still, because I love every single segment, it doesn't bother me at all, even when I've heard this song hundreds of times, but I can still feel that the segments are repeating too many times. So for some other people this might be a negative thing. For me, it doesn't bother me. 10 plus out of 10. Mire, this is my least favorite song on this release. I do enjoy the breakdown, the genty part, the main guitar riff, but overall, this is not a song that I will remember after listening through this record, because every other song is better. So 8 minus out of 10. Deluge, or however you pronounce that, I love the main guitar riff, which is also the chorus. The breakdown in the middle, the melodies, all of that stuff. This song is the first one that sounds like old school After the Burial, at least in my ears and in my heart. It has that atmosphere and intensity to it. It just makes me very happy. 10 out of 10. Laurentian Ghosts, this is a song dedicated to Justin Lowe, rest in peace. He wrote the melodies here and it's the best song on the record. Now you might think that I am biased because Justin wrote it and he was a better guitarist in this band, but actually when I first listened for this release I didn't know who wrote which songs, and this one stood out from the rest immediately. So to me it's not bias at all, I just love the beautiful intro in the beginning, then the main guitar, the chorus with the beautiful guitar melody in the background, just exquisite. The meme horn sound before the breakdown, the genty parts, just everything. This song just screams classic After the Burial, and it's a damn shame that this is not a single day music video, because it should be. 11 out of 10. Heavy Lies the Ground has an interesting, eerie intro, then some chugging and melodies that don't do much for me, but after the second minute of the song we get that very cool riff. That riff always reminded me of something, so I've checked it before the review, and this is just a riff from Rolling by Limp Bizkit. Like, you can just listen to Limp Bizkit Rolling, it's the same riff, so After the Burial was inspired by Limp Bizkit. Nice, great work. Then we get some cool breakdowns and a fantastic guitar solo, yet again inspired by Meshuggah. A great song, not the best one here, but I do dig it. 9 out of 10. Catacombs, I love the intro, and that guitar melody, the vocal performance, the drumming, the breakdowns, the melodies. This entire song is a banger, one of the highlights of this release. 10 out of 10. Then we have the Endless March, which to me is like the 4th worst song here. I do enjoy its atmosphere and the drumming, some of the guitar riffs, but it's not as good as Catacombs or Deluge, so 9 minus out of 10. And the final song, Sway of the Break, this is my 3rd favorite song here. It's a close tie with Lost in the Static. While Lost in the Static is more repetitive and basic, but that main melody is so good. Sway of the Break is more technical, more advanced with its structure, but I just love the last 2 minutes of this song, how the track changes, it evolves. It starts very melodic and old school After the Burial, then the melodies change, and at the end we have those very sinister sounding breakdowns, very brutal sounding stuff. I love this song with all of my heart, 10 plus out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, rubality. Yeah, it's an excellent release, I dig it from beginning to the end. It's my 3rd favorite record from After the Burial, after Rare Form and In Dreams. Forging a Future Self could have been on the 3rd place, but the production slightly makes me less inclined to revisit it, but this one has fantastic production, some great songs like Lost in the Static, Laurentian Ghosts, Catacombs, Sway of the Break, Deluge, and Heavy Lies the Ground. Celebrate nicely by spinning this record today, it deserves your love and attention. That's all from me. If you enjoyed this review, give it a like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, link in the description. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters who graciously sponsor this video, so you're all truly wonderful. If you want, you can join them so I can make you an album review or a Doom MIDI cover, links in the description as well. See you next time, bye!